The video begins with a tense moment at a gala where Sebastián, Graciela's son, accidentally breaks a glass in front of 200 spectators. Sebastián offers a handshake to the company's powerful new partner, Alonso, who ignores him and approaches Graciela, revealing a 25-year history between them. Alonso, emotional, confesses that he searched for Graciela for 25 years and still loves her. This moment marks a dramatic clash between past secrets and present realities. Graciela reflects on her life of invisibility and obedience, living under Sebastián's control, and hints at a painful past that led her to this moment. Graciela's life under Sebastián's control. Graciela lived quietly and submissively in Sebastián's apartment for 3 years, almost like a ghost, avoiding drawing attention or ruining his perfect life. Sebastián shows nervousness about the gala and the new partner, emphasizing the importance of the event as he unexpectedly asks Graciela to accompany him, a rare inclusion after months of exclusion, but insists she remain discreet, elegant, and invisible. His words are emotionally destructive, reinforcing the low value he places on her. Graciela is humiliated when Sebastián criticizes her clothing and forces her to buy a new dress to meet his rigid standards. Preparation for the gala and emotional suppression. Graciela chooses a dull black dress approved by Sebastián, but does not recognize herself in the mirror, mourning the loss of the vibrant woman she once was. Sebastián imposes strict behavioral rules for the gala: no talking about politics, money, or family, and to say she was a librarian if asked about her occupation. She obeys silently, feeling invisible and broken, reflecting the toxic dynamic of control and humiliation. Arrival at the gala, isolation and power dynamics. The gala is a luxurious event filled with the wealthy and powerful, reinforcing Graciela's sense of alienation. Sebastián guides her to a remote corner, instructing her not to interact with anyone, reinforcing her role as an invisible accessory. She observes Sebastián socializing confidently, in contrast to her own marginalization. The atmosphere is suffocating and painful for her. Arrival of Alonso and the devastating confrontation. Alonso, Graciela's lost love and Sebastián's biological father, enters the gala, commanding attention with his resents. Sebastián approaches confidently, expecting to impress him, but Alonso ignores Sebastián and goes straight to Graciela, breaking the facade Sebastián had built. The moment carries 25 years of silence, pain, and secrets, as Alonso reconnects with Graciela in front of everyone, exposing cracks in Sebastián's constructed world. Sebastián's shock and confusion are evident when Alonso refuses to acknowledge him and focuses only on Graciela. Alonso and Graciela's emotional reunion. Alonso takes Graciela's hands, tearfully proclaiming his enduring love and the 25 years lost. The crowd falls silent, witnessing this intimate and public moment of reconciliation. That Sebastián's shattered composure contrasts with Alonso's calm conviction, signaling a shift in power. Revelation of family secrets and Sebastián's control. Sebastián tries to minimize Alonso's presence, claiming confusion and attempting to maintain control over Graciela. Alonso demands to know who Sebastián is, revealing he was unaware this man was his son. The conversation exposes Sebastián's age, 38, contrasting with Alonso's 25-year absence and Graciela's claim that Alonso disappeared while she was pregnant. Tension escalates as Graciela confronts Sebastián about his years of control and humiliation, breaking her silence for the first time in years. Public exposure of Sebastián's manipulation. Alonso sides with Graciela, condemning Sebastián's abusive control over his mother and rejecting excuses that he publicly cancels the business merger, refusing to associate with Sebastián, causing professional and social fallout. Alonso offers protection and the chance to understand what truly happened 25 years ago, while Sebastián tries to maintain dominance by asserting responsibility for Graciela's dependency. Alonso distinguishes protection from control, emphasizing that love is not ownership. Graciela's decision to reveal the truth. Despite Sebastián's threats, Graciela decides to leave with Alonso to finally tell the full story. Sebastián threatens her, but Alonso ensures her safety and autonomy. Alonso publicly denounces Sebastián's abusive behavior, isolating him further. This moment marks Graciela's reclaiming of her voice and self-worth. 25 years of deception and separation. Alonso describes his relentless search for Graciela, facing dead ends and misinformation fueled by Vanessa, his wife and Sebastián's manipulative stepmother. Vanessa lied to Alonso, convincing him that Graciela had abandoned them and threatening to ruin her if she contacted him or revealed the truth. Graciela details how Vanessa's manipulation and threats forced her into isolation, raising Sebastián alone without Alonso's knowledge. Alonso listens in disbelief and pain, realizing Vanessa's betrayal and the years lost. Vanessa's threats and manipulation revealed. Graciela reveals that Vanessa continued to harass her 12 years ago, when Sebastián was already a teenager, controlling her silence with threats against him. Vanessa's death 5 years ago did not end the control dynamic, as Sebastián inherited her manipulative traits and continued to silence Graciela. Vanessa's marriage to Alonso and her role in the family were a facade that masked her destructive agenda. Vanessa's manipulation of Sebastián exposed. Vanessa married Sebastián when he was 20 and she was 34, using the marriage as a tool to control Graciela and conceal family secrets. Graciela endured Vanessa's threats even on her deathbed, promising silence under duress. This explains Sebastián's cold, controlling behavior and the fractured family dynamics. Discovery of fraud and Sebastián's complicity. Graciela found letters and financial documents hidden by Vanessa revealing a fraud of nearly $2 million stolen from Alonso's company. Sebastián discovered this after Vanessa's death, but chose to remain silent to protect his status and wealth, using control over Graciela to maintain secrecy. Alonso reacts with shock and fury at Sebastián's betrayal and complicity. Alonso's promise to seek justice. Alonso vows to recover the stolen funds and hold Sebastián accountable, highlighting the criminal nature of the fraud and the abuse of Graciela. Graciela provides photographic evidence to Alonso's lawyers, initiating legal action. Alonso insists Graciela stay with him for safety and to regain independence, marking the start of her liberation. Rebuilding Graciela's life with Alonso's support. Alonso offers Graciela a suite in the hotel and begins helping her regain control over her life, finances, and future. They discuss Alonso's past marriage to Vanessa and its emotional toll, creating a bond of mutual understanding and healing. Graciela begins to rediscover her identity and strength after years of suppression. Practical steps toward independence. Alonso helps Graciela recover her pension, open new bank accounts and cards solely in her name. They search for and secure a new apartment where Graciela can live independently, furnishing it as a symbol of her recovered identity. This process symbolizes her transformation from invisibility to empowerment. Preparing for confrontation with Sebastián. After several unanswered calls, Graciela agrees to meet Sebastián in a public place, with Alonso and legal counsel present, setting the stage for the legal and emotional confrontation. Both Graciela and Alonso express fear and anxiety, but also determination to face the truth. Sebastián's admission and legal agreement. Sebastián arrives at the meeting visibly shaken, acknowledging the evidence against him and agreeing to return the stolen money with a fine. Under a legal agreement that includes probation, he admits his mistakes, but also reveals his fears and motivations for control, including the legacy of Vanessa's manipulation. The legal terms are clearly defined, with deadlines and consequences for noncompliance. Emotional reckoning and family dialogue. Sebastián expresses remorse, but does not seek forgiveness, acknowledging the harm caused to both parents. Alonso sets realistic expectations about rebuilding trust, emphasizing that fatherhood is earned through consistent actions, not just biology. Graciela reaffirms the need for healing and distance before any possible reconciliation. New beginnings and healing. 2 months later, Graciela lives independently in her own apartment, regaining control over her life and finances. She and Alonso rebuild their relationship based on honesty and mutual respect, without rushing into old dynamics or expectations. Sebastián fulfills his legal obligations, transitions to a simpler life, and begins confronting his past choices. Graciela embraces her renewed identity and freedom, marking a powerful personal victory after decades of suffering. Key themes and insights. Control versus love. Sebastián's control over Graciela is a central theme, contrasted with Alonso's genuine love and support. Control is shown as abusive, not protective. Secrets and lies. Vanessa's manipulations underpin the family's tragic separation and prolonged suffering, illustrating how deception corrodes relationships, resilience, and reclamation. Graciela's journey from invisibility to empowerment highlights themes of resilience, self-worth, and reclaiming life after abuse, justice, and accountability. The legal consequences of Sebastián's complicity in fraud demonstrate the importance of accountability, even within family dynamics. Healing is gradual. The narrative emphasizes that emotional healing and rebuilding trust require time, honesty, and effort from all parties.